Island.
We need more than 30 minutes to talk about that. But yeah, the one person that I was hoping to get on the Holiday Bake Club was Chris, but he's been busy.
You know who would know? I'm just thinking, based on genetics and everything like that, who would know about how savvy Chris is when it comes to baking? Would be one of his children, I would think.
I think so too.
Yeah. How cool would it be if we could get one of his kids in the KUM Zoom room to talk about dear old dad and, his baking savvy? Gee, I just wonder.
Voila.
Well, your Christmas wish has been granted.
Thank you, Santa. So joining us now in the Zoom room right there alongside the rest of us and with Andy is Samantha Barnett. Sam, so good to see you and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. I can't vouch for his baking, but I know he's a good chef, with solid foods. Baking was never something he really got into.
Your dad is island famous.
I give him credit for the attempt.
Nice.
Boom, Chris.
Okay, well, okay, and I must just say, Sam, we've known you practically your entire life, and you're one of the KUM kids. We've been able to share so many memories with you here. We just want to add a little disclaimer that we cannot be held responsible if Chris cuts you out of his will because of those comments. So you're on your own there, girl.
My Zoom's gonna suddenly cut off.
Okay, well, also joining us, someone that we also know and have watched since his earlier days, and he's done so much for our island in terms of music and now taking care of the community. Andrew Gumataotao. Andrew, buenas and hafaday and happy holidays to you, my friend.
Happy holidays, buenas, todo samtu.
Good to see you, man.
Good morning.
Good to see you guys. Morning.
So, what about you? Have you ever tried any of Chris's baked goods?
I've tried more than the big good, all the goods that he has.
You better make sure it's nothing but good things you're saying on the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always tell him before we go over to my dad's house, make sure you really compliment him on the food because he's very critical. If you're just oh, this is good, he'll be like, so what was good about it? What could have been better? It's a Food Network critic evaluation at the end after you try his food.
See, this is what we call host prerogative when Chris is not in the room and everything like that. We can drop these little tidbits and everything like that. Chris, we miss you, bro.
Comes to light.
But Sam and Andrew are joining us right now because they are planning a virtual holiday concert, which is absolutely amazing. So, guys, what do you got planned for us?
Yeah, so we recently started a group called Todong Marianas, and our goal is to collect interviews from cultural practitioners and musicians from throughout the Marianas Archipelago. So we were really lucky to receive some grant funding from both Humanities Guahan and the Humanities Council in the NMI. So that has really gone a long way to support our production costs and help make our film project possible. But additionally, the majority of our interviews were filmed in the Chamorro language. So we're hoping to have these as a resource for people who are learning to speak Chamorro and want to get more tuned in. So we're hoping to fund a team of Chamorro language speakers to be able to translate and transcribe all of the interviews, so there's subtitles on each of them. And in order to do that effort, we're doing this virtual concert fundraiser. So all of the proceeds from the concert are going to go towards funding that team of Chamorro language speakers. But yeah, we have a really awesome lineup. The concert will be held virtually on December 30th at 7 p.m. We're going to have Johnny Sablon, Patrick Palomo, Jelena Joy and Jonah Hodham, Andrew, Kaylee Villasoto, Dave Duenas, Pedro Blas, just a really amazing lineup of both classic musicians and also some younger emerging people who are coming up in our community and have so much talent to share.
Are you singing, Andrew?
Yes, I'm on the lineup. Yeah. I gotta help pitch in every way as a project director and the music as well.
Right.
Multiple roles.
Right.
But also we're launching our website too, and so we're gonna have a lot of our content of what we've been doing this past month because we traveled to the NMI in November, and so we went to Saipan, we went to Rhoda, we went to Tinian, and we really just had a intimate sit down with our interviewees, and I think we're calling it Life Narratives, and it's just a really one-on-one, like how did you grow up and what was your upbringing, and and just being in that space and experiencing for the first time, I've never been to some of these islands before, and so it's really an experience, and something that we want to capture in this media to bring back to people on Guam and for everyone else, who wants to support this project.
When are you hoping to have this project completed where everybody can see it?
So I think we have. Go for it.
I think they're going to be completed. We'll have all of the interviews done and published in August 2021. So we've completed the NMI portion of the interviews. We're going to spend this year kind of doing our interviews here on Guam with our musicians and cultural practitioners. And then once everything is all edited and done, we're going to have them publicly available on our website starting in August, so in the summer.
How did you guys kind of select who you were going to interview?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was a different process like for Guam because we're really connected to people here and like we know kind of all the musicians and who we want to speak to. But for the NMI, it was more of like a word of mouth process. Like we knew we wanted to talk to like JJ Conception, so we had to find someone who knew him and could ask him. And then like kind of the process of getting in touch with musicians over there was really interesting too, and like getting to know their music and what they had to offer. So really just connecting with like people that we knew, and then we had the Humanities Council also connect us, or where they were able to recommend people who were good to talk to.
Also, a big help was shout out to Tomas Manglotnya, because I think he was one of the big people who helped me connect to people in the NMI, and so it was pretty fun, with the whole email back and forth, and some of them, these are people who not necessarily are always looking at their cell phone, not always on email, so I had to email someone to call them, and I would get a message back from them. Oh, sorry, boy, they're really just on the ranch nowadays, so like I don't know if they're looking at their phones, but so it was interesting. So
Andrew, we've worked with Tomas now for a few years now, and we've learned like when it comes to advanced methods of communication, there's 3 ways you can get the word out, especially when it comes to CNMI. It's telephone, telegraph, and tell Tomas. Guarantee it'll get done.
That's true. That's
He's
true.
like distant cord.
And that sounds exactly like we know Tomas, and that sounds exactly like such a Tomas thing to do, because he's just awesome like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the concert, you said it's December 30th. It's all virtual. How do you go about watching it? Where is it going to be made available?
So we're gonna do it all through Zoom. All the concert like videos will be pre-recorded, but we're gonna have like a live host and a live panel afterwards talking about our experiences and the project. The tickets are only $25, and you can buy them through our Eventbrite page, which is linked in all of our social media accounts. So we're on Instagram and Facebook. And I can also, I don't know if I can like put the Eventbrite link in the chat, or like what would be the best way to share that, but if you just look up our social media, it's all on there.
No, you can just let Jason know. I think you can. Can't she comment and put it in the
Yeah.
chat?
Go ahead and do that, Sam, and I'll pop it up on screen.
Yeah.
If you can.
Okay.
Is it on the flyer that
Yep.
I sent you, Jay? Is it on the flyer, Sam?
Yeah, it's all on the flyer.
okay.
There's
Well,
a
we have
QR
the flyer.
code that you can scan.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop it up again.
And how long is the concert? You said it starts at 7. Is it an hour, 2 hours, or?
Yeah, I think it'll just be around an hour and a half. So all the performances are pretty short. Most of them are doing like Christmas songs, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we're going to have a short preview of our interviews so far, the premiere of our website, and then a panel with us and the rest of our team talking about kind of what the project has been like and what it was like for us to travel throughout the NMI. Because for many of us, like we had only been maybe like to Saipan a few times before, but never to Rota or Tinian. So that was really an amazing experience to be able to just experience the rest of the archipelago.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to Rota and Tinian or Saipan?
No, and so I was just thinking, we talked about a lot like how it's for many Chamorros, like it's easier to go to like Hawaii or California than it is to go to like the rest of the Marianas, and just how there's so many barriers between us in terms of like plane tickets, or just like not being able to make those connections. So we're really hoping to just strengthen all of those connections between the islands, and encourage kind of that sort of like connection between us and like navigating back to who we were before. And I was thinking too, like something that my dad always stressed to me was that there's so much like talent in our community. Like I remember like going to Live Local Fridays with him, or like being at KUAM, and he would like be burning CDs of like all the musicians who came onto the show. And so I just like grew up thinking that we had so much like talent in our island, and that was like never something that I doubted. So it's just been a really like amazing experience, and it feels really like full circle for me, like thinking back on my childhood and growing up with my dad to be able to hear like the talent and the music and the stories from across all of our islands. And so like it's just really beautiful, and it feels like I have this sense of like fullness of understanding like Chamorro identity and like Chamorro music and like all that our people and our communities have to offer.
Mm-hmm. Andrew, so is there anything wonderful you'd like to say about her dad?
Because you know, if he was here, he'd be like, okay, so tell me more about me.
I have comments, but I think they're for another show.
We go to the break room and open up.
No, about the program.
You know, just I just wanted to share too. You know, what Samantha was saying. You know, about these stories of Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. But you know, I think just starting this project, my awareness of the other islands has been expanded a lot more, and so there's active initiatives to move back to some of the northern islands such as Pagan and Alamagan. There's a boat that goes I think 3 times a year that reaches out to the family that live there. There are people who live in the northern islands. There's government initiatives to move back there for agricultural homesteads. And so I think just going on this trip and interviewing these people and just even listening to the radio, I think just our archipelago is pretty big, and it's hopefully we're trying to get an interview with the northern islands of Marin. So really kind of highlight what's kind of these untold stories, especially for those of us here. And so I'm just so excited about this project, and I can't express how much excitement that I want to share with all the stories that we've gotten.
Wait, so did you guys get to go to Pagan and Alamagan as well?
No, we're planning to do this in the summer and hopefully film there.
Okay, yeah, that's I would really love to go check out Pagan. It looks. I've seen some of the pictures and videos of people that have gotten a chance to go there, and it's so beautiful, actually. And I don't. It's not really. Is there like one person living in Pagan? Anybody living on Pagan?
Yeah, I know there are a few families who are settled there, and like Andrew was saying, they're making more of an effort to settle back the communities who were displaced after the volcano eruption. So I know that there's people who are there, and then there's more support systems. So they're trying to be able to get more food to them and resources so more people can settle there, and kind of like bring back the community that was there before.
Mm-hmm. So what were your main takeaways from your trip to Sinamai?
I think just one of the really striking things for me, just like growing up on Guam and like, there's no birds here, and so much about like Guam's environment has really been changed compared to the rest of the Marianas. So just being in like Rhoda and Tinian and just seeing like the beauty of the environment, like waking up to hearing birds, like it sounds like it wouldn't be a big deal, but for me, that was just like really incredible to see. And be in a place that like looks so familiar, but is also like there's just so much that we can learn from being there. And one of the people that we interviewed, James Bomba, he's a weaver from Guam, but he's living in Rhoda now, and he has so much knowledge about the environment too. So every time we would hear a bird, he would like immediately be able to tell us like what bird it was. We were able to like see Finihi that they're rehabilitating. So that was really amazing just to see like how much diversity there is throughout the archipelago. And of course, just being able to like hear from musicians there. I think Andrew like learned a lot about like the differences in like Chamorro that's spoken on Guam versus in the NMI, right? And like picking up on a lot of those insights. So it was just really incredible to witness all of the beauty and the diversity, I think.
So have you been speaking Chamorro all wrong all this time, Andrew?
I kept asking, hey man, what's that? I don't know that word. What's that? So,
You're
tell me
saying
a
it
long story,
wrong.
I'm like, oh.
Well, you know, I just wanted to shine light on one thing because Sam, obviously, you speak with a lot of experience and a lot of passion about this, and you know, you've actually been working on this for many years now. So, I asked your dad, you know, a couple months ago. I was like, you know, as you continue to further your education, how close are you to completing your doctoral studies? And because I can't wait to the day when we can actually refer to you as, you know, Dr. Samantha Barnett. So, like, how close are you to presenting and defending your dissertation?
Yeah, I too am waiting for the day when I can make my dad a doctor. But almost, not yet. I'm completing my coursework, and then after that, I'll just be writing my dissertation. So I think I'm just a few more years out.
Right on. We're all behind you. We can't wait for that day when we're like, here's Dr. Samantha Barnett.
All right, guys. One more push for this concert before we let you guys go.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think it's an amazing opportunity considering like all of the challenges that we've had this year to be able to come together and like celebrate the talent of our islands, to celebrate our language. I mean, who doesn't want to hear Christmas songs from Johnny Sablon like after the year that we've all had? I think we deserve it. And you're supporting a great cause. So come check us out. The tickets are available in our Eventbrite. Please follow us on social media as well. Yeah, thank you and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Andrew.
Merry Christmas, Sabrina. Merry Christmas, everyone. Andy, Jason. Thanks so much.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
That's good people, man.
Yeah.
Chris, you done well.
Nice to see somebody in the Barnett family making something of themselves.
Ooh. I think yeah. Well, it's taken us like 3 hours and 48 minutes to get some good old malfunction malice here on the show.
You still got that